Hello students, how are you? Welcome to Mahdi English School. Myself Nilofer Miss. My subject is Mathematics and this online lecture is for the class 2. So students, are you ready to attend this lecture, online lecture? Are you enjoying these lectures online? So as we start the lecture with the quote, so here we begin the lecture with the quote and here is the quote and the quote is help each other. Always you should help to the others and just keep this in your mind that always help to each other. Okay students, now let's start the new chapter. Are you waiting for the new chapter now students? But before we start the new chapter, let's revise the last topic first. So students, let's do the revision first and then we will start the next chapter, chapter number 4. So first we will do the revision of the previous topic, which is problem solving. Students, here is the previous topic, which is problem solving, and example and also a worksheet of it, but here we just take the short recap of the previous lecture. Let's start it. Here, decide whether to add or subtract. In the previous lecture, we just seen this topic which is decide whether to add or subtract. You are thinking about this, how it will be. So students, let's do the revision of it, that how this topic works on the real life sums. So here I just take the example for you. Example is Praful show balloons. Praful show balloons. A few of them were red. So of the balloons the Praful show, so a few of them the balloons were red. So our question is how many were not red. So you want to see which type of balloons he seen. So here is the balloon, this type of balloon he seen. Here you can see there are 3 types of balloon, 3 colors of balloon are there. One is a red, blue and white color. So as here written, a few of them were red. So you can see this, a few balloons are red. So our question is how many were not red. So from this total balloons we cut this red balloon from it. So we get the answer that how many balloons are not red, were not red. So which operation we have to perform here? So students, we have here is 2 operations for you, which is the addition or subtraction. So students, which operation we have to follow, you already know. This addition, it means adding the numbers, and the subtraction means take away the numbers from the given digits. So here we have to take away the red balloons. So students, here as I show you this balloons, so here the answer is subtraction. So with this we have to follow the subtraction operation. Let's take one more example so you will be better understood this topic students. Here let's read the problem first. There were girls and boys at a party. I repeat and you also will repeat with me. There were girls and boys at a party, and the question is how many children were at the party. So what is the question? See, there were girls and boys at a party. Both boys and girls were at the party. So we have to find that how many children. Children, it means both girls and boys. So we have to add girls and boys. Here you can see this. Here is girls and boys. You can see this. Here is some boys are there and some girls are there. So we have to find that how many these children is total. So for the total, which operation we have to follow here? Here is the addition and the subtraction. So from these 2 operations, which operation we have to follow? Here we have to follow the addition. So students, hope you understood this topic, that how we have to solve the sums, how we correct answer circle it. Let's see. Here is one more topic for you, one more example for you students. Akshay has a collection of stamps. His friends Ajay gave him more stamps. How many stamps does Akshay have now? So students, here that Akshay has some stamps and his friend Ajay gave him some more stamps. So you want to see the stamps? I'll show you the stamps. This is the stamps. This is also a Indian stamp. Here is one more stamp for you. So this way the steps of stamps does the Akshay have, and some more stamps his friend Ajay gave him. So total how many stamps are there? So for this we have to found that we have to perform the operation, but which addition or subtraction we have to found total number of stamps. So which operation we have to follow? Yes, this is our answer, which is addition. So here we have to follow the addition operation. Hope you understood this topic betterly. Let's see one more. Here is the topic, one example for you. Madhu had 48 pieces of a candy. You want to see the candies, how it looks? You also know that how candy looks, you eaten sometimes. Let me show you the candies. Here is the candy students. So let's read it. Madhu had 48 pieces of candy. She gave 19 to her friends. How much candy she have? She have 48 pieces of the candy, and from this 48 she taken away 19 candies, and she gave this candies 19 candies to her friends. How many pieces of candy did Madhu have left? So we cut 19 number from this 48. So here which operation we have to follow? Which operation I have to circle it, students? Do you know which will come? Here is the answer. The answer is subtraction. You have to circle on the subtraction. So students, hope this topic is understood now, better understood to you students. Now let's see the next one. Here is the next example for you. Jody had 27 cars, toy cars. Jody had 27 toy cars. Todd had 53 toy cars. Okay, Jody and Todd are friends. So Jody had 27 toy cars and Todd had 53 toy cars. So our question is, how many more toy cars did Todd have than Jody? So Jody had less numbers of toy cars and the Todd have more number of toy cars. So who have the more toy cars? You can see this. Todd have 53 cars. So Todd had more cars. So how many more cars than this Jody? So what we should do now? First of all, let's see the toy car first. Here is the toy car, you can see here. Now we have to cut this 27 car from this 53 numbers. So we'll get the answer. But here we are not going to solve the sum. Here we just decide to addition or subtraction, nothing else. Here is the two options, which is addition or subtraction. You have to decide this if it is a addition or subtraction. So we have to just find how many more car does the Todd have. So we have to cut the number of car which Jody have. So we have to subtract the numbers. So here the answer will come, it is the subtraction. So students, hope you understood this topic. I have one more example for you students. Let's read it and you have to repeat after me. So students, here just read into your mind. Shiv had 19 goldfish in his pond. I repeat, Shiv had 19 goldfish in his pond. So first of all, let's see the goldfish. Here is the goldfish. You can see this. It is nice, na? Okay, let's move now. Shiv had 19 goldfish in his pond. He bought 27 more goldfish. So, how many goldfish did Shiv have in all? So, total 19 this type of fishes Shiv have, and he bought 27 more goldfishes. And the question is, how many goldfish did Shiv have in all? This in all indicates that we have to add these two numbers 19 and 27. So, we will find the total number of fishes in his pond. So, what should we do? Addition or subtraction, students? Addition or subtraction? In all indicates the addition. So, our answer is addition. Hope this topic is understood to you, clear to you, and no doubt in this topic. And you also solve the worksheet which I sent to you in the WhatsApp group, students. So, let's start the new chapter which for which you are waiting for. So, let's start the chapter number 4. Now students, let's start the chapter number 4 you are waiting for. So, here is chapter number 4, students. And what is the name of the chapter? I send you the PDF. So, hope you know the chapter name. So, here is the chapter name, which is chapter 4, numbers up to 1000. Now, we are just learn about more something about the numbers up to 1000. So, students, let's start this chapter, which is chapter number 4. Here you can see this chapter 4 and numbers up to 1000. This is the title of this chapter, which is chapter number 4. So, are you ready for the chapter number 4 for the new topic of today? Let's start this, students. Let's start the today's topic of this chapter number 4. Students, are you ready for the chapter number 4's today's topic? So, here is the today's topic, and which is number in hundreds. So, you already know in the first chapter we already learned this topic in the first chapter of the second standard. Here is number in the hundreds. What it means, what we do in this topic, how we write down this topic. Let's start, students. So, here you can see this type of shape. This square shape indicates the hundreds value. This square shape indicates the hundreds value. The standing line shapes indicates the tens value. This square type, just a small square, indicates the ones value. So, let's start now. Here you can see this. Here are some shapes are there. You can see this. This two square, big square, you can see through this my red dot. I'll just move this on this shape. So, this shape indicates the value of 100. I repeat, students, this square box, which is the blue in color, there are two squares, a big square you can see on the screen, which indicates the value of 100. Now, you can see this here, this standing line. I'll show you in the picture that this yellow line, standing line, indicates the tens value. This is the hundreds value and this is the tens value. And this purple small boxes, square small boxes, indicates the ones value. You can see here is the different color. So, you will be easily able to understood which values are there. So, here the first big boxes indicates the hundreds value, and the yellow sticks, which is standing in a position, indicates the tens value, and the small square boxes, which is purple in color, indicates the ones value, units value. So, students, if you remember, we are starting the number, writing the number with the ones value. So, first, how we write this? So, first of all, we have to count this ones value first. So, let's count, and you also will count with me, students. 1, I just do my red dot with me. You have to count with this red dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So students, which value will come at the ones column? Let's again count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So which value will come at the ones value? So here the ones value is a 5. So we have to write down in the ones column 5 number. Now let's move to the tens column, students. Here is the yellow stick which is the standing in the position. Let's count this. You have to count this way: 1, 2 and 3. So how much this tens value? Which number will put in the tens value? Let's count again, students, and you also count with me: 1, 2 and 3. So let's count again: 1, 2 and 3. So we have to write down 3 number in the tens place. So here is the 3 number at the tens place. Now let's move to the hundreds value. You can see this blue color of big boxes, big square are 2. It indicates the hundreds value. So let's count these boxes first: 1, 2. Let's count again: 1 and 2. So which number will come at the hundreds place? 1 and 2. So students, number 2 will come at the hundreds place. So let's write the 2 number at the hundreds place. You can see this. We are putting the numbers according to this picture. So here is the ones value. You can see through this red arrow, red dot are moving on the ones boxes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we put 5 number here. Now let's move to the tens column. So here is the 3 yellow sticks. It indicates the tens value. So it is the 1, 2 and 3. So we put the 3 number in the tens place. And now the hundreds value is a 2, 1 and 2. Here is the 2 blue boxes. So we put 2 number here. So how we read this number? This is the hundreds place. So we will read this as a 200. We will read this as a 235. We can read this as a 235. I repeat, and please repeat with me, students. 235. This way you have to count this and write down this type of numbers. Here is one more example for you. Now hope you understood which is the ones value, which is the tens value and which is the hundreds value. But as we start with the ones value, let's count this the ones value, which is the in green color small boxes square. So let's count first this. How many boxes are there? Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So students, at the ones value, number 9 will come. So I write number 9 here. You can see this. Here this green boxes are the 9. So I put 9 number in the ones value. Now this green color standing sticks indicates the tens value. So students, let's count this sticks. How many it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. How many these green sticks are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So students, I have to put 7 number in the tens place. So I put this 7 number here. You can see this. Now let's move to the hundreds column. Here is the hundreds column. You can see this. This purple box, a big square, indicates the hundreds value. So students, how many boxes are there? You can see this. There are only one box. There are only one box. So which number I have to put at the hundreds place? So I put 1 number at the hundreds place. You can see I write the 1 number at the hundreds place. So students, how we read this number? So this number 1 is at the hundreds place. So I read this number 1 as a 100. 79. How we read this number? Just read with me, students. 179. I repeat, 179. So this way you have to complete the textbook exercise, which I will send into your WhatsApp group, students. Now let's take one more example which will be help to you to understood betterly. Let's see, here is the blue dots. You can see through this my red dot. So this small boxes indicates the ones value. So students, let's count the ones value first. 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can see this. How many numbers I have to put, which number I have to put at the ones column? So I have to put 4 number at the ones column. So I write this 4 number at the ones place. Now let's move to the tens column. So here this green stick indicates the tens value. So how many this green stick, the tens value are there? So there are only one stick. So student, I have to put one number in the tens place, because here is just a one stick of this tens column. So I have to put one number in the tens column. So I write number 1 here at the tens place. Let's move to the hundreds column, students. Now you can see this purple big boxes which indicates the 100 number. So let's count how much it is. 1, 2, 3. How many these boxes are there? The square boxes you can see 1, 2 and 3. So students, I have to put 3 number on the hundreds place. So let's write number 3 at the hundreds place. You can see I write this numbers according to this picture. So how we can read this number? We can read this number as a 300, because 3 is at the hundreds place. 314. We can read this two number, last two digit together. 314. We can read this number as a 314. So hope you understood this topic. How to write down the number according to this picture, students. So let's take one more example for you. It will be better understood to you. Now here is the picture of this boxes. So here you can see this. At the ones value there are no boxes. The small square boxes are not there. So what we should do now? Which number I have to put at the ones value? There are nothing here. So there are nothing, any boxes are there. It means we have to put 0 there, because there are nothing. At the ones value there are nothing. This space is empty. There are nothing. So what we should put there? Just think about it. There are nothing. So which number I have to put at the ones column? So the digit 0 will come at the ones digit, because there are nothing to write. So I have to put 0 number there. Now let's move to the tens column. You can see this, the standing line which indicates the tens value. So students, how many it is? Let's count this. 1, 2 and 3. So students, here is the 3 standing lines which indicates the tens value. 1, 2 and 3. So I have to put 3 number at the tens column. So you can see I put the 3 number there. Now let's move to the ones column, students. Hundreds column. So here is the hundreds column, but it is just 1. There are just a big square which indicates the hundreds value. So here which number I have to put at the hundreds place? Just think about it. Which number will come at the hundreds place, students? So here number 1 will come at the hundreds place. And how we read this? So as you know that one number is at the hundreds place, we can read this number as a 130. 30. I repeat, we can read this number as a 130. So this way we have to read the numbers and write the numbers according to the pictures. Hope this concept is clear to you all and better understood to you, and you will solve the worksheets by yourself, textbook exercise by yourself. Let's take one more example for you students. Here is one more example. Here is the ones value is there. You can see this small square boxes is the indicates the ones value. So how much it is, how many it is, let's count it. 1, 2, 3 and 4. I count again. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here is the 4 value which will come at the ones value, at the ones place. So I write number 4 at the, sorry, here is the 3. I have to write, this is the right answer students. Is this right number? Is this 3 or right? So I have to put number 4 there. I have not write number 3 there. This is the wrong answer. I have to write down number 4 there. So now you can see here is the tens value are there or not? You found any tens value here? No, there are no any standing lines are there. So which value will come there? 0 will come. Students, there 0 will come. So now there is no any value of tens. So I write 0 at the tens place. Now let's move to this big boxes which indicates the value of 100. Now students, you can see this. There are 2 big boxes which indicates the hundreds value. So what we should do now? So I write number 2 at the hundreds place. You can see this. Now students, you can see which number will come. Just forget this 3 number. So let's count the number 204. Which number will come? 204. Here is one more example for you. How many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So students, here is the 5 ones value. You can say this is the small square boxes which indicates the ones value. So we have to put 5 number at the ones column. So let's write down number 5 at the ones column. So I write number 5 here. You can see this, there are no any tens column are there. So what we have to put at the tens column? As we know, we have to put a 0 number at the tens column because there are nothing. So now let's move to the hundreds column. You can see this, here is the big square which indicates the hundreds value. So how many these boxes are there? 1, 2, 3. So students, I have to write down 3 number at the hundreds column. So you can see this, I write the 3 number at the hundreds column. So how much it is? How we can read it? We can read this number as 305. We can read this number as, I repeat, 305. So hope you understood this. Now let's do one activity. You want to do one activity students? Let's see, here is the ones. The hundreds value is 1, then tens value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the ones value is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So from this number, with which number I have to connect this? 1, 5 and 4. Which is the 154? Here is the 154 number. You can see this. Now let's move 1, 2 and 3. At the hundreds place, the 3 number will come. Then the tens value is nothing. So we have to put 0 at the tens value. And how many this ones value is? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we have to connect this number with the 305. You can see here is the number 305. So let's connect this number with this 305. You can see this. Now here is one more, 1 and 2. So at the hundreds place, 2 number will come. Now at the tens place, 2 number will come. And at the ones place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our number is 226. So we have to connect this with the number 226. Let's connect this 226. You can see this. I connect this with the 226 through this arrow. Now let's move for this. At the hundreds place 1, 2 and 3. So at the hundreds place 3 number will come, and at the tens place number 2 will come. There are no any ones value, so we will put 0 there. So this number is 320. So let's connect this number with the 320. You can see this. I connect with this 320 students. Now let's count this number, which is the 200s value, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 as the tens value and 2 is at the ones value. So with which I have to connect these students? You can see this. I connect with 262. So this way we have to just do this activity. I will send to you. And students, thank you for, we will see this complete the table in the next lecture. And thank you students for watching this video. Stay safe, stay at home. Bye students.